Hey everyone. One of the most common things that a lot of people should have in the household, especially when it comes to plugging in various different electronics and devices, is a surge protector. But what kind of surge protector should you get? Well, the kind of surge protector that I would recommend is one that I recently got. In fact, I've had my eye on it or something like it for the past several years. The reason being is, of course, as you probably noticed during various room tours, I have a variety of surge protectors connected all over the place. Kind of like almost very similar to James Rolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd. Now, James himself even mentioned, and Mike Mattel, who's his best friend and sometimes co-producer and co-star in some of his videos, even suggested that kind of having the setup that they had is not the safest way of plugging things in. But nowadays, I'm pretty sure they've cleaned that up and have gone the route that I've gone. And that's basically getting something like this, which is the UltraPro Surge Protector with USB charging. Now, the reason I got this finally is basically because of the fact that I'm just sick and tired of the mess that I'm getting cluttered over near my TV. Now, I also bring this up because I recall during one of James's reviews, if not both of them, when he reviewed the 32X and the Sega CD, that he brought up the surge protectors as a way to basically plug in different devices when you didn't have any more room. The only problem he had when it came to a regular surge protector is he can only use two outlets on it to plug in both the 32X and the CD. But while he was showcasing this, I also saw that he had a bigger surge protector, which had basically 5 to 6 outlets on it. Nowadays, though, like I said, you get outlets like that, but you can also get USB charging with them. Now, true, there are regular wall outlets or wall surge protectors, if you will, that have one or two outlets on them and one or two USB ports connected all right in the middle to be utilized. But for me, and my suggestion to you guys is if you're sick and tired of having a multitude of surge protectors, start looking for the kind that basically give you more outlets so you can plug in stuff and also maybe as an additional bonus, give you the opportunity to plug in some USB powered devices. Like if you have to charge your phone or your tablet or even your camera, you could utilize the USB ports to do just that. Now, the reason I bring up the USB ports being a great additional bonus to any surge protector, especially if you go with the Ultra Pro Surge Protector, in my opinion, is basically because nowadays you have a lot of these new fangled HDMI cables, like the ones I talked about recently by Level Hike, that allow you to play some of your classic game consoles in high definition without having to go out and buy something like, let's say, a Retron 5. And the way they're powered is by one or two ways. They're either powered by having a AC adapter along with them, or yeah, combined with the packaging or along with the packaging, or by USB power. Heck, even Sega mentioned that if you didn't have, and even Hyperkin mentioned this with the Retron 77, that if you didn't have a AC adapter available, that basically you could utilize the USB port or the USB cable as a power source to play your games, as long as it's connected to the USB port on the back of your TV or maybe in one of your wall outlets or chargers that you have available. And that's basically where the surge protector comes in. Now, now again, you might be wondering, why did I finally decide to break down and get this, which cost around $32 to $33, but with my job comes to a discount of $31. Well, it's real simple. You see, in here is not the surge protector that I bought, but instead one of the surge protectors that I replaced. This is also a GE, and it's also a 5 outlet deal, but it's basically a more standard, if not more powerful surge protector by GE, General Electronics. And they've been known to put out some very good and very decent USB surge protectors. But of course, they're not the only ones. Companies like Savant or Savalier, and even store brands like Heavy Duty and True Value, and even On and Costco, and all of them have been known to bring out their own kind of surge protectors in the long run. And that's great. That is great. That is terrific. But GE, along with other brands like, let's say, RCA and others, have been known to be more reliable when it comes to surge protectors, and if not more innovative. Like I said, this one comes with basically USB ports, and it's a protection, of 3540 Jouslins, or whatever it's called. But basically, it's very high, and it's got a lifetime warranty. And like I said, nowadays, these kind of surge protectors, and you'll probably see it pop up here on the screen, are the kind of surge protectors you want us to have. Because nowadays, like I said, a lot of devices, whether the game consoles, you know, upgraded gaming HDMI gaming cables for your classic consoles or whatever, require USB power to charge or to be powered on. And whether or not you have a AC adapter to help out to make that happen with a regular wall and plug or outlet on the wall or whatever, or the surge protector, then having a USB charger on the surge protector is a great additional bonus as well. I mean, heck, if you lose, let's say, the AC adapter for your Genesis Mini or your NES or SNES Classic editions, guess what? They're powered by USB, right? The way you connect the AC adapter is with the USB port, right? Or the USB connection, right? The USB cable. Well, guess what? The surge protector pretty much makes that AC plug irrelevant if you lose it. True, you can go out and buy an additional one or use one that you have lying around the house, but still having a USB charger port on the surge protector, especially one as powerful as this one probably is, it's worth it because pretty much you're playing the game, plugging it in and playing it as if you already have it plugged into, let's say, the wall. Point is basically when if you but the point is, as I bring this video to an end, if you're going to choose any kind of surge protector nowadays, especially with a lot of things going in that direction of USB being utilized as power options, especially for computers, TVs, consoles, you name it, then the best bet is to go with something like the UltraPro Surge Protector by GE. And I guarantee you, guys like Chris Bores, the irate gamer, I should say, James Wolfe, the angry video game nerd, Nostalgia Critic, Pat Cortair, all of them are probably have or are getting, if not adding to their massive surge protection collection by adding more of these kind of babies to help them along the way. So anyway, in closing, my recommendation is to get something like this. Even if it's not by GE, make sure you get something like this because I guarantee you, it may not replace all your surge protectors, but it'll be a great first step to really reducing the clutter of surge protectors you may have around the house or around your room. So that's all I really want to say, guys, though. Let me know what you all think down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.